Alright, so what we have here is obviously a main full screen layout of your page. I'm going to go over the basics of how this is set up. We have the logo area here, a description, full page slide, or the slider. It's the title of the web page you can change in any form or fashion, as well as some menu items. And what happens when you click these, you scroll down through your site. So the way this is split up is these are actually page sections. This is a page section. This is a parallax, just an image section. This is a page section. This is a parallax. This is a page section, and so on. This is a parallax. And let's go ahead and see what they look like. So if you were to log into your dashboard using the information provided, you're going to see something similar to this screen here. So how do we adjust these things? Well, let's talk about the basics. Some of these things you're not even going to need. So going down the left side of this, you'll need posts, you'll need page sections, parallax sections, maybe recent works, maybe portfolio. You won't need media. You won't need a lot of these down here. A lot of these are just for setting up the theme and doing different things within. So let's take a look at our web page, our page sections. If I click on page sections, that's going to bring up a couple page sections that we have, and these are set as so. Meet Mikey, merchandise, services, gallery, blogging, contact. Well, those are the sections that we just seen. I've got, starting at the bottom, this is contact, this is the gallery, the merchandise, and so on. This is services. So you can kind of see and follow along. So to edit one of these, let's go to the easy one, which is merchandise. I just click on it. The title is here where it says merchandise. Then you can edit any of the text on the page. Well, what text do I have on that merchandise page? Let's go back. Well, let's first take a look. So I got take a look, merchandise, some sloppy coding, and coming soon. So we don't worry about the sloppy coding. That's great. That's what we want to see. This breaks it up into one half and does all its special things. But all we need to do is to edit this is change the wording. And here we have, if we go back to merchandise, we've got take a look. We've got merchandise, and then we've got coming soon. So technically, I could just add more here below this. This is my textual area. I'm going to click update on the right-hand side, and when I do that, I can come back to my page, refresh it, and I'm going to be coming down to merchandise. And when we do that, we see that merchandise is definitely going to be changed. This is my textual area. If I wanted to change this text, I just reword it. If I want to change this stuff, I just reword it. If I don't want this, then I can go back in my stuff and look, this is just this whole line here, so I can just pull that out. I'm going to put that back. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to click save again just so you're back to the way it looked. So really easy there. I mean, editing sections is as easy as going to page sections, finding the page that you want to edit, and then edit. Meet Mikey, same thing. Your blog page is not going to be the same. Contact page is. Get in touch. I see the contact here for a heading. This splits it into 1/3, and then what does it do? Add some stuff, and then here, send a message. Social links, send fan mail to, and then I can just obviously find those spots here. This is social links, send mail to. I've got some information there. Your information's over here. And it's the same thing. You just simply edit, the stuff in the page that you want. This is the email, obviously. Well, where do we use this email? Well, we use it right here. So that's where it would change on this section. So really simple there. Now for parallax sections, it's almost the same thing. Except I go to parallax here. When I go to parallax, I have multiple parallax. Some of these were custom. Some of these are what we're currently using. So let's go ahead and open the first parallax, which looks something similar to this. All I've done is thrown a fake title in there that no one will see, as well as I threw a background image in there just by browsing it. Well, this background image I'm going to go ahead and show you looks like this. So this is the background image we use for Parallax 1. So anywhere where I had Parallax 1, this image is going to show up. If I want to edit that, all I would do is come in here, browse for another file on my system by hitting select files, or you can come to media library, pick one I already have, and that puts it in here. Well, next you click update, but in this situation I'm just going to go back to Parallax. So these are my sections of the artwork that we have. Parallax 2 looks something similar to this Parallax 2. And then here's another thing I want you to take a look at is really easily. I mean, you see some text in here. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from the indomitable will. Well, you can find that text. I mean, here. This is not the one that we've seen, but if we go up to this one. So this is actually Parallax 2. Parallax 2, it's got the title, it's got the wording, it's got the image. And here's some other features you can kind of play around with if you wanted to. You don't have to, but background color, all these tell you exactly what they do. All of these also are just a drop box away. So you can just kind of pick and play. Now you don't have to play with that. We've set up everything that we feel that you needed. So obviously you can come in here as you want and kind of start messing things around. So other than that, that's your page sections, categories. Let's talk about the blog real quick, and that'll be it. You come over to the dashboard, go to post. How to create a blog, you can obviously go into one of these. This is the same page as we've seen before. It's got our list, or we can add new. Well, for this one, I'm going to go ahead and add new. Give it a title. This is a test. Give it a nice long description. Maybe you want to throw some images in there. Awesome. And then here we can set it to a category if we want. We can create a new category if we need. And then finally we set a featured image. Now the featured image is what you're going to see on the front of the page before you click in. So I'm not going to set one for this, and let's just see what it does. If I click publish, I'm going to view your main page like a visitor. And when I come back, this is what I should see. This is my blog here. This is a test. This is put by Mike. It was category in the press. It's got no comments, and then this is a nice long description with a lot of my text. Now to read the full post, I actually have to go inside and click read more. But you see the difference here? This has an image here. This one has an image here. That's what set featured image does. So if you don't have a featured image, you're not going to have that. So I'm going to go in and read more, and as I read more, this is exactly the way I had it, the way I set it up. Now you can do things like bold some of this, italicize, quote some of this, and do all these special things in here back on that edit post page. So when we're here, you can just kind of select some of this stuff, pick different things. I'm sure you've used an editor this part before, so you just kind of highlight over it and see what it does. You want to create a list? Well, you can do that. We'll press enter here, create a list. By this. Then when I click enter and type in things, well, hey, it gives it as a list. So you know how to use things like this. This is create a link, unchained link, next page, ABC, what is it, spell check? No, switching languages. So Danish. I'm gonna make this Danish. So yeah, that is it. Set featured image. Obviously, we said we want to do that. I'm gonna pick media library. I'm gonna pick this photo here. Set featured image, click update. Now I want to go back to see what this looks like. this is what my blog post looks like, but let's see what it looks like in the blog. Awesome. So it looks just like the rest. So now this page is going to stop after displaying a couple, and then it'll continue to do page navigation on. So you're going to be able to change that as well. You're probably going to have a lot of questions. This theme is a little bit different. I mean, we're going to want to work with sidebars and stuff like that. So as soon as you get the hang of this, we'll just kind of start from there and then continue on.